Losing weight won't help you build up your confidence. Hey team, and welcome to this week's episode of the Inspired Show, the show that's dedicated to help you become that best version of yourself, physically as well as mentally. Before we delve into today's topic, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We post every single week a brand new episode on becoming that best version of yourself. If you find today's episode helpful, smash that like button and let me know any big takeaways in the comments. Don't forget, down below, you can get access to our startup guide, our free community, plus all our social media handles where we post daily with tips on how to get into the best shape possible. Today's episode is all about confidence and how simply losing weight won't solve your confidence issues. And I'm going to go through the reasons why, but also how you can overcome this. So if you're somebody that struggles with low confidence or self-esteem, this is the perfect episode for you. Now, when it comes to losing weight and getting into shape, yes, it can contribute towards becoming more confident and becoming more confident with how you look and how you feel. However, if you're somebody that has always struggled with self-esteem, low confidence, simply losing weight will not solve that issue for you. So we need to look at the reasons why confidence and self-esteem is low to begin with, and what we can do to reverse that to get you out of where you are right now and where you need to be, alongside work on yourself physically as well as mentally. Now, when it comes to confidence and self-esteem, I want you to think about it like a bank balance. If you're low on confidence and self-esteem at the moment, imagine you're in your overdraft. Just as a regular bank balance, being in your overdraft, being in debt isn't a nice place to be. Now, as with a regular bank balance, when you're in the overdraft, what you do is you pay it off. Every time you get wages, you pay off the overdraft until you come out of the overdraft and back into the black, into a positive bank balance where you have money and you feel better and you feel good as well. So we need to look at the things that contribute towards putting us into that negative self-esteem, overdraft, and bank balance. So here are a few of the common reasons that can cause that. So one of the big ones is past relationships. If you've been in a relationship that's been quite toxic, where there's been some name callings, you've been put down, you've been made to feel worthless, that can have a massive impact on your confidence, self-esteem, and push you into that negative overdraft. It could be unrealistic expectations from our parents when you're younger. Maybe you're bullied as a child or as a teenager as you're growing up. Maybe it's when you compare yourself to other people, whether it be friends, family, or people on social media. Maybe it's you put yourself down. You look in the mirror and you say negative things about yourself. Maybe it's when somebody gives you a compliment and you brush it off. All these things can have a massive impact on your confidence, self-esteem. And like I said, simply losing weight and getting into shape won't solve all those issues. So the first thing we need to do is identify what are the core reasons our confidence and self-esteem is impacted. Once we do that, we can then start working on those little things to pull us out of that overdraft and push us into the black. So we're going to look at some of the common things that we can start doing, start working on, that's going to pull us out of the overdraft and push us into the black and start building up that confidence and self-esteem from the inside out rather from the outside in by simply losing weight. So a few things when it comes to confidence, self-esteem. Like we mentioned earlier, yes, work on yourself physically is going to help you, but it's not going to solve it. So if you work on yourself physically, that's a really great place to start, okay? Next up is the realistic expectations and targets you're setting yourself. Now, when it comes to building confidence and self-esteem, one of the biggest things that can do this is following through on the things you said you're going to do. Because if you said you're going to do it, you're going to build up confidence in yourself. And think about it like this. If you've got a friend that always says to you, let's meet up for a coffee, and then last minute they cancel. The first couple of times, you might let it slide. But if they keep cancelling last minute again and again and again, eventually you're going to lose confidence in that person. When they ask you to arrange for coffee, you're going to know in the back of your mind, they're going to cancel anyway because you've lost confidence in them. So when it comes to your journey, the most important thing is you want to be setting goals, targets, and efforts that you can do manageably. Because if you set the expectation too high, you don't follow through on the thing you said you're going to do, that's going to be detrimental to your confidence. So when it comes to your journey to begin with, think about your goal setting and what you want to set to yourself. So start off really, really small. So for example, if you're not doing any fitness at the moment, you could simply start off with a 5-minute walk every single day. That's a very low entry barrier, and you're more than likely to be able to do that. And when you do it, you're going to build confidence in yourself that you're going to do what you said you're going to do. So that's the first thing we need to do. The second thing is we need to look at all the aspects that have put us into that negative self-esteem balance and then work on those. For example, if you find yourself comparing to other people quite a lot, then you need to address that. If you're comparing yourself to certain people and certain websites on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it may be, then the best thing is to either unfollow those sites or those people or spend less time on your phone. If you're comparing yourself to people that are around you, whether it's a loved one, a friend, a family member, remind yourself daily that when you're comparing yourself to other people, you're comparing to a highlight reel of their life, to the whole of your life. And that's an unfair comparison. They're only showing you the best bits. You don't see behind the scenes. So remind yourself of that on a day-by-day basis. Everybody has their own unique struggles and challenges behind the scenes. If you have negative self-talk, one way to overcome this is to give that negative self-talk a name. Okay? Separate it from yourself, because there are going to be times when you put yourself down. So that little voice that puts yourself down, give it a name, label it, call it whatever you want it to be. A negative Nancy or a negative Norman. Just quick and simple names that you can call them. And whenever this negative Nancy or negative Norman says something negative about you, I want you then to present evidence to counteract that. So, for example, if they tell you you're no good, give them a stack full of evidence to show them that you are good. How much of a good parent you are, a good friend you are, how much you've been working on your goals and doing the things you said you're going to be doing. And the more you challenge that inner voice, the more you're going to overcome it and the less you're going to hear it. When people compliment you, don't just brush it off, accept it. And when you do that, it's going to start building your confidence. Another few ways you can start building this confidence and self-esteem is on a regular basis, practicing gratitude. Think about things you're grateful for on a regular basis and practice affirmations. Remind yourself of all the best bits about yourself daily, constantly. How much of a good parent you are, the progress you made so far, any parts of the body you like, the type of person you are. And if you start implementing these things alongside losing weight and getting into shape, it will solidify your confidence and self-esteem. I know it's not a quick fix, but keep working away, chipping away, week on week, month on month, and I guarantee it'll be a game changer for your confidence and self-esteem. Now, I hope you found today's episode helpful. If you did, please smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all our content. And any big takeaways, please let me know in the comments section below.